Hello students, welcome to mathematics class. Students, this is part 8 of the chapter whole numbers. In this part 8, we will be learning last property of the whole numbers and very important property of any type of numbers. This property is called as distributivity. Students, distributivity of multiplication over addition. It is the combination of two operations, two arithmetical operations. We shall learn this distributivity of multiplication over addition or distributive property multiplication over addition with some geometrical figures or with the knowledge of geometry. Now watch here, I have two rectangular pieces. In this one a rectangular piece is of bigger size and another a rectangular piece of smaller size. Now whereas the first rectangular piece is of breadth A, I assume that it is of breadth A and I could see that one of the dimension of the second rectangle being same breadth of this first rectangle. So we will have assumption for the bigger rectangle, its length as B, but whereas one of the dimension of second rectangle is, because of comparing these two, keeping one beside the other, I could say that this dimension is of A. Now in the first rectangle, when I know its breadth and its length, with the help of them I can find area. Its area is A into B. I can say area of first rectangle is length into breadth, whereas length is lettered as B and breadth is lettered as A. So I have got A into B being the area of first figure, or figure you can say, or figure or rectangle you can say. Now what would be the area of second figure? Let us find. If I want to find area of second figure or second rectangle, I must know its dimensions, whereas one of the dimension is very evidently A, but what is the other dimension? Now the other dimension, now we shall look in. It is not equal to this one, you could feel that. Neither it is equal to A, or I say breadth of this bigger rectangle, nor it is equal to the length of this rectangle. So we shall name it with a different letter as a C. Now the moment we have got dimensions of the second rectangle, then its area will be A into C. Now children, what will be the combination of this. Here I have got a bigger rectangle. You know, this bigger rectangle, when I keep one beside of these two, its breadth being equal to the breadth of this, or one of the dimension of these two. Therefore, I name that as A. What would be its length? Let us name that this is a rectangle 3 or a figure 3, and I want to find the area of this. If I want to find the area of this bigger rectangle, I need dimensions. One of the dimension is A. Now what is the other dimension? I am saying that it is B plus C. How does this B plus C comes? How does this B plus C comes? I will answer once I will write the area of this. If I know dimensions of this bigger rectangle as A and B plus C, then its area must be A into B plus C. Now how this B plus C comes, I will answer through. Yes. Now could you observe? I kept first rectangle, or this rectangle number 1, on the top of this. It is covering some portion. That means this portion is B of the first rectangle. Length of the first rectangle is covered. What would be the other? I brought the second one and kept on the third figure that covered exactly. Now this is C, which is length of the second rectangle. Now put together one beside the other, joining this first and second figure, gave me the total length, which I can say as B plus C, as the length of the third figure. Therefore, its area is A into B plus C. Now students, can I say that area of this third figure can I say area of the figure 1 added to area of figure 2 gives area of figure 3. This is what the distributive property tells. That is, A into B plus A into C is equal to A into B plus C. That means A multiplying over the sum of or addition of B and C is the sum of the products of individual AB and AC. Here A is getting distributed to B as well as A is getting distributed to C. Multiplication over addition. This is distributive property. It came from this geometrical knowledge. Area of a bigger rectangle formed by the two rectangular pieces of same breadth is equal to the sum of the areas of the individual two rectangles. This is how it has come. I hope you have understood. Here I am giving in gist the formula. Okay. So students, the formula is A into B plus C is equals to A into B plus A into C, and this is known as distributivity of multiplication over addition or distributive property over addition. So note down this important property, and now we will go for using this property in simplifying our calculations. Okay, now here the same thing I am going to explain through numbers. Let us assume there is a one rectangle of a breadth 3 units, length 6 units, therefore its area is 3 into 6, and there is another rectangle of breadth 3 units, length 2 units, therefore its area is 3 into 2 units. We have a third rectangle whose breadth is 3 units but length is 8 units, which is of the area 3 into 8. How that 8 comes? 8 comes because of the sum of 6 and 2. Therefore, you have the first piece and second piece put together gave us the third piece. This is how we can cross check also. We shall check whether this 3 into 6 plus 2 is same as 3 into 6 plus 3 into 2 or not. Here I am going to do same. 3 into 6 is just nothing but 3 into 8, which is 8 3s are 24, and whereas 3 into 6 is 18 added to 3 into 2 is 6, and their sum is 24. Therefore, here left hand side, we call this as left hand side, is left hand side of equality is equal to, we call this is right hand side of equality. Therefore, we can say 3 into 6 plus 2 is equals to 3 into 6 plus 3 into 2. We can conclude that this is how this distributive property can be checked, verified for the numbers. Now students, I have further taking some more examples and cross checking. Is 2 into 3 plus 5 is same as 2 into 3 plus 2 into 5? Shall we do? Yeah. Now 2 into 3 plus 5, which is nothing but 2 into 3 plus 5 is 8. It implies 2 into 8 is 16. This is left hand side of equality. Now what is right hand side of equality? 2 into 3, which is 6, added to 2 into 5, which is 10. It implies 16. Therefore, we can say left hand side of equality is equals to the right hand side of equality for these numbers 2, 3, 5, and therefore we can say distributive property multiplication over addition for this 2, 3, 5 is 2 into 3 plus 5 is equal to 2 into 3 plus 2 into 5. So we have seen one more example. Apart from these two examples, let us take one more example also. Here the same example which I explained you. Now we are taking another example. What is this one? Find the value of 435 into 136. Can I use this knowledge of distributivity in finding this one? Yes. How we will use it? Let us see. 435 into 136 can be written as 435 into 136 written in the form of 6 plus 30 plus 100. That means I have multiplication over addition applied, whereas 435 into 6 plus 435 into 3 plus 435 into 100. Now, whereas multiplying 435 with 6 is easy, how we will do? It is very simple. 6 5s are 30, 3 carry, 6 3s are 18, plus that 3 carry 21, 2 again carry, 6 4s are 24, plus 2, so 2610, which is called 2610. Now multiplying 435 by 30 is easy, just we will put a 10 because of this ending with 0. That 30 will give 10 in the product at the end. So 435 3s are 3 5s are 15, 1 carry, 3 3s are 9, and 1 plus 9 is 10, 10, 0 kept here, 1 carry, 3 4s are 12, 12 plus that 1 carried will be giving you 13050, which is nothing but 13,050. Now again added to 435 into 100 is very simple. 435 into 1435, and that 2 zeros kept, which gives 4350, read as 43,500 rupees or 43,500. Now this sum is easy to. Here we have got 43,000 plus 13,000 plus 2,000, giving you 43 plus 13, 56, 56 plus 2, 56 plus 2 gives 58, whereas that is 58,000s wise. What about hundreds wise? 500 plus 600 is 1100, that means 1000 extra. So I have got totally 58,000 plus 1000, 59,000, and that 1100, that 100 extra is there, 100. Here 10 plus 50 is 60, so 59,160. Or else you can orally do that way what I did. Rather orally, what you have got as a practice, writing same places under same places and adding. You are well aware of this addition. Do addition. If you are not confident of orally, 0 plus 0 plus 0, 0 plus 5 plus 1, 5 plus 0 plus 6, 11 1 carry, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 2 plus 1 9, and 4 plus 1 is 5. So 59,160 what we have got here. So we could convert multiplication of much bigger things into smaller things. Here easily we can say 43,500 because it is multiplied by 100. Easily we can say for 435 into 30 as 30,050, just 3 into 435 we did. This is a little bigger one, okay, but we can do it with single digits faster. Otherwise you have to do traditional method of multiplication. If you are confident in additions and little simple multiplications, you can do faster wonders. Next, it is one of the use. There are still better uses. Let us look into that with examples. Here I have got one question. The question is, the school canteen charges rupees 20 for lunch and rupees 4 for milk for each day. How much money do you spend in 5 days on these things? So this is the question. While solving, I can have solution for this in two methods. Let us see first method. Normally what we do, we will find the amount for lunch for 5 days separately, then find the amount for milk for 5 days separately, and at the end we will add them, isn't it? We do. That is, here cost of a lunch 5 into 20 is 100 rupees, and cost of the milk 5 into 4 again 20 rupees. At the end we will add these two. Total cost is rupees 100 plus 20, which is rupees 120. That's how we do this addition. And this similar question can be solved using distributivity. How we will do? That is a second method. How means, find the total amount for 1 day first. How to find amount for 1 day? Because in a day you spend for lunch 20 rupees, for milk 4 rupees. So in a day total you will spend 20 rupees plus 4 rupees, you will spend rupees 24 per day. So your expense per day is 24, and for 5 days you are doing it, therefore 5 into 24 is 120 rupees. So this way we can do for 5 days, 5 into rupees 24, which is rupees 120. How we have got? Using the distributivity. Watch it. Then multiply it by 5. We did the same thing. Cost of a lunch plus milk for 1 day is rupees 20 plus 4. That is cost of lunch plus milk. The 24 rupees for 5 days becomes rupees 5 into 20 plus 4, which is 5 into 24, which is equals to rupees 120. This is example, shows that 5 into 20 plus 4 is equals to 5 into 20 plus 5 into 4 separately. This is the principle of distributivity of multiplication over addition. So students, this is one of the example. Using distributivity we can solve. There are 2 more examples I wanted to give you and wind up this session. Quickly I'll do it. Find the 12 into 35. How I can do this? Here students, try to observe. We can make finding 12 into 35 as 12 into 30 plus 5. So 12 into 30 plus 12 into 5, which is 12 30s is 360, 12 5s is 60. So 360 plus 60 is 420. This is one method. There is another method. How we can do? 10 plus 2 into 35. Here, whereas 35 I have written as a sum of 2 numbers, 30 and 5. We prefer ending with the digits. So 35 I have written as 30 plus 5. Whereas in this case I have written 12 as a 10 plus 2. Now 10 into 35 plus 2 into 35. So here 35 is distributed over the sum of 10 and 2. Here 12 is distributed over the sum of 30 and 5. Both are same, but you will be learning in your later classes this distributivity as a two separate distributivities. Here 12 is multiplying from the left side. This is called left distributivity, whereas here 35 is multiplying from the right side. This is called right distributivity. Students, whether left distributivity multiplication over addition or right distributivity multiplication over addition, both are true. Now 10 into 35 is 350 plus 35 2s is 70. So 35 plus 70, 350 plus 70 is 420. So we got the same answer. Students, this is how we can make use of distributive property in simplifying the multiplications. Now here we have another example given, very important one. Simplify 126 into 50 plus 126 into 45. Now try to observe, it is the sum of the product of two different numbers, whereas amongst the two different products multiplicand 126 is same. So I can do this of taking 126 common out. Now I am left over 55 in this first one. I will write within bracket plus here when 126 multiplied is coming out, 45 is left over inside of that bracket. So what I am doing actually, I am doing reverse. I learnt A into B plus C as A into B plus A into C. I learnt distribution of product of A over the sum of C as A multiplying to B plus A multiplying to C. Now whereas reverse I am going, instead of coming this way, I am going this way. I have got here 126 into 55 plus 126 into 45 given. That means A into B plus A into C is given. I am given A into B plus A into C, whereas being A same, I will take out that A common. If that A comes out common, in this B is left over plus here in this C is left over within bracket we are writing. So reverse of this we did. This is called taking A common out. Taking A common out. And you will be learning factorization of algebraic expressions, and this is one of the technique of factorization. This terminology you will learn in your later class, maybe 7th standard. Now anyway students, I use the reverse of distributivity here. Now what happened if I do reverse here? 55 plus 45 is 100. Now 126 into 100 is very simple, 12,600. It is that easy, na? Rather multiplying 126 into 55, taking that product, again doing 126 into 45, taking that product separately, adding those two numbers which ultimately give 12,600 only. So this is how we use very important property called distributive property. Students, with this I will wind up our session, but by giving homework. So, after solving this question, students, I am giving you here this. Try this as a homework. Okay, now you are asked to do 15 into 68, 17 into 23, 69 into 78 plus 22 into 69 using distributivity property. Okay, so we will say goodbye for this session. Thank you. Jai Hind.